Bumblebee, we need to save Optimus Prime! Alright, you're ahead. Hello guys, I'm the Canadia Review doing a new video for you guys, and this time we're taking a look at Transformers Age of Extinction. That's it. And what do I think of this movie? I actually think that it was kind of fun, actually, and a lot of people are going to rage at me about that. But you know what? Everyone has a different opinion. In fact, I'm seeing a lot of varied opinions for this movie. I'm hearing people say, oh, this was awesome, or one of the best Transformers. And I'm also seeing people going, oh, I hate this movie. It's kind of a movie that you just don't want to overthink. It's a little too long, definitely. But it fills out with some creative, well, maybe not creative, but action scenes galore. It kind of gets tedious at a point, and yes, this movie can be shortened, but, you know, there's some good action scenes that I'm glad I saw. They really take a pounding on Ratchet. The final fight I enjoyed. I enjoyed seeing the Dinobots. They don't use them for so much. In fact, they could have kind of left them out. But one, it's a selling point for the movie. And two, it's enjoyable to see them. I mean, it is a little bit of something different for the movies. But if you have seen the previous movies, I guess you don't have to see this. If you hate the previous movies, then you don't need to see this at all. You don't. You don't at all. If you love the previous movies, you're gonna like this. You could like it, love it, whatever. I'm just gonna say, go in this movie, if you want to, go see this movie if you have low expectations, okay? Just try to have low expectations for this movie. Don't go, whoa, this movie's gonna be awesome, because I feel like you're gonna get a better result out of that. So there's that. I didn't hate the movie. I thought the Autobots were kind of assholes in this movie, but you kind of get it, but at the same time, it's like, oh, okay, blah, blah, blah. But, I didn't really hate any of the Autobots. I enjoyed watching Drift. I enjoyed watching Greenbender. I enjoyed watching Bulkhead with a bunch of weapons, because, you know, he's so, you know, I don't hate any of the new Autobots. You barely see the Dinobots, but it's kind of cool to see them. And their heads are kind of just generic overall, but you see the robot modes for like a quick glimpse. And in fact, you barely see Strafe or Slug in their robot modes. So that's kind of disappointing. So if they have generic heads as the toys and as the CGI models, I guess I'm okay with it, because I don't see them for that long. In fact, they're mostly in the dino modes for this movie. I do like the story. Now, a lot of people are gonna rage at me about the story, but I kind of like it because it's kind of a cue from Transformers Prime, to where the humans are actually making their own little robots. Isn't that what Mech did? That's kind of a cool nod. I don't feel like they took it as well as I hoped, but out of all the storylines for the movies, I actually got a little bit more interested in this one, more than the others. And what I liked about this one is, with Transformers 1, it was plot, or no, it was fighting, then a whole bunch of plot, fighting, then a whole bunch of plot, and then you get the final battle. In fact, the next two movies are also the same thing. With this, there's a lot of fighting going on, so if you really love that stuff and you can watch that stuff for hours, I guess you're okay with this. I won't lie, the CGI is not as good as previous movies, but I've heard that there isn't just the normal people doing the CGI. What I'm saying is they actually have different crews doing the CGI for this movie, so I kind of understand that. But I didn't hate it. I honestly don't. If you hate it, yeah, there's obvious reasons why you should hate it. It's too long, the story's kind of floppy, you know, we got that. Some of the characters, you know, they could have been done better. But honestly, the music's great. I loved how they constantly use Battle Cry. I got my fill of action, and I love the fact that there is no Nest. Honestly, I don't mind Nest in the movies per se, but since Revenge of the Fallen and Dark of the Moon, it just had a lot of humans fighting robots. We didn't get a lot of robots versus robots. In this movie, we get tons of it. And I'm very happy to say that. Really, that's kind of all I wanted for a Transformers movie. I didn't just want people shooting at robots. Now, I mean, some of the action is kind of, we've seen it kind of before. But you know what? To be honest, I'm just glad at that point at least. So, I like the movie. I'm not going to guarantee that you're going to like the movie, but I'm just going to say I like the movie, and that's all in opinion. Please don't fight anyone about opinions. Seriously, it's getting very annoying, to be honest, and you know what? You don't need to shout down my throat that you either hate or like this movie, honestly. Opinions are opinions. To be honest, there's so many opinions out there. They're not the same. Either people like this movie or hate this movie. Okay? So there's no point in fighting about it. Okay? People are either gonna like it or they're gonna hate it. Deal with it. Anyways, I am Canadia.